Stay right in here. All right, what's good, y'all? This is our weekly Kinstretch, so we're gonna work on some hinge mechanics today, as we've been doing this week in our school community. So we're gonna move through three base positions: bear sit, so we're gonna work on a little groin. Um, 90-90, we're gonna work on the front leg, external rotation, and then we're gonna transition to that number 4 position that we were briefly introduced to earlier this week, working on some straight leg hip flexion. All right, so all you'll need today is just a couple blocks optional, and you should be good. Okay, so we'll start with some spinal segmentation. It's nice and smooth on all fours. We're just gonna move through 3 here. Slowly starting at that low back, mid, upper, head comes up last. Let's start back at that low back. Slowly moving through. Max flexion of the spine. 2 more each. Just take your time, especially if these are your, again, first cars of the day. Always should be your smallest ones. These aren't my first, but if it is, have a little midday break, or whenever you're accessing this active recovery after your hinge day or post the day after. This is the last one here. Perfect. Okay, let's hit a couple of neck cars today. So we'll start to drive the chin down, drag it up the clavicle, drop the ear towards the back pocket, ear towards the other back pocket, back down to that starting position. One more here. Just breathe, take your time. And we'll take that thing right back. Drag the chin, drop that shoulder, ear towards the back pocket. Let's look up. Ear towards the other back pocket. Back down to that starting position. Once more. Drop the ear. Slowly look up. Ear towards that other back pocket. Back down to that starting position. Perfect. Okay, let's get into those hips. So we'll go side lying here. So let's grab that pillow, or grab that block for your pillow. Bottom hand pulling, top hand punching. All right. So we're gonna slowly, and we're squeeze that ball in that top leg. Move up. Whole leg's going back. Internally rotate that foot back towards the wall behind you. Just go right back up. Slowly start to bring that knee back towards the chest. Foot rotates back toward the front. I'm gonna go 2 more, and then we'll do some hip axial since got a lot of hip work today. Straight back up. Slowly bring that thing back forward. Once more, just take your time, up, back, rotate. And then let's go straight back up. Boom. All the way back to that starting position. Okay, hip axials. So up, back. Make that fist, drive the fist against the quad. Keep the hip there. We'll do some internal rotation back towards the wall behind you. External, forward. 3 more like that, internal. Driving that quad against the fist. So keeping that hip best you can in that Hip Abduction. Once more. and relax. Okay, let's switch that thing up. Okay. So again, bottom hand pulling, top hand punching. Let's squeeze that ball in that top leg. We'll start in this external rotation. So slowly start to drive that leg up. Whole leg goes back. Let the knee drop as we internally rotate. And then straight back. Up. Slowly bring that thing back through. 2 more here. Just take your time. Keep the tension through the core. Slowly moving through your max. Pain-free articulation here. And then straight back up. Start to bring that knee through or back towards the chest. Foot comes through the front. Last one. Control, nice and slow. Remember, it's always 1 mile per hour, ideally. Good, straight back up. Yeah, we're actually going to end today with some straight leg hip cars. I'll keep that optional for you because they are kind of hard. Oops. Hip axials here. We're getting distracted. Up, back. Okay, keep that adduction, make the fist, drive it against the quad, and keep that hip where it's at as we internally rotate the foot back towards the wall, externally rotate forward. 3 more, straight back, straight forward. Should really feel this deep in that hip, straight back, straight forward. 1 more each, straight back, and straight forward. And relax. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to get into our first base position, which is going to be bear sit here. Okay, if this is too intense, you can also go butterfly, and we'll get the same stimulus here. Okay, but I'll just show you if you are doing that lift offs whenever we get to them. Okay, now if this is too intense in terms of sitting, you can also take a couple blocks, sit up on them, and then it should make it a little bit easier. Okay, just to sit nice and upright. You can also be on a wall as well. So you're going to draw the knees up towards the chest, towards your hip line just as much as you can. Let the knees fall out. Okay, you want the feet ideally flexed towards the face. And now you should feel a nice big stretch through the groin here. Okay, so we're just going to start with 1 light pails and rails. And then we're going to go 2 max effort before we do some eccentrics and then some lift offs. Then we'll transition to our external rotation. Okay, so pails, you're going to be trying to rotate up like this, but your fists are not going to let you. So you'll be rotating up into the fist. Rails, again, heels heavy. You're thinking out and down, so length through the groin, trying to get those knees closer to the ground. Okay, nice contraction here. Okay, so let's start with 1 light, long pails and rail set so we can get the hips nice and warmed up. So we're nice and upright. Big breath in. Trap the air in the belly and start to rotate those knees up into the fist. Heels are nice and heavy. We're just at about 20% of our max effort. We're just going to breathe and hold this about 20 seconds or so. Just feel the contraction through the groin. Resisting that tension up into the forearms or fist. Let's go 10 more seconds, just nice and light here. 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly relax. Okay, rails, you can put the hands on the ground. 3, 2, 1. Now you're thinking out and down, trying to get those knees closer to the ground, length through the groin. If you do have trouble feeling it, you can take the hands, try to pull up on the knees, but don't let yourself. Okay, so now you give yourself a little feedback. This can sometimes help. Good, just keep that tension, breathe and drive. 10 seconds, keep driving best you can. Keep the tension through the hips for 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly relax. Okay, see if you can let those knees sink down just a little bit more. Give yourself a little feedback from those forearms. Let's take a couple recovery breaths, and we're going to ramp up to max safest effort for our next 2 isometrics. And then we'll get a little active. All right, here we go. The next breath, we got pails. Let's inhale. Trap the air in the belly. Drive the heels. And let's start to rotate the knees up into the fist, forearm at 20% max effort. Double your tension. 40. Let's keep pushing harder. 60. Good, your whole body's nice and ramped. 80. Okay, max safest effort up into the hands and hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly relax. Rails. 3, 2, 1. I'll try to rotate out and down and hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and slowly relax. Let those knees sink a little bit deeper if you can. Just take a couple recovery breaths here. And then we got one more set. We'll start some eccentrics. Okay, so here we go. Next breath, let's inhale. Brace the core, and we're going to start to rotate up into the fist. 20% max effort, so the heels are nice and heavy. 40. Whole body's ramping harder. 60. Good. 80. Max safest effort. Hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly relax. Rails. 3, 2, 1. Try to rotate out and down and hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and slowly relax. Ooh. All right, so we're gonna start with some eccentrics. I actually need to take this off. Your boy already sweating a little bit. Sorry, just give me 1 second. Okay, so eccentrics, we got 1 set of 5. Okay, so you're gonna start up. You're gonna bring the knees, or you're gonna rotate the legs up as much as you can. So you're gonna be fighting your legs down. You're gonna be letting your fists win. It's gonna be about 40-50% max effort, and you're gonna have slightly more effort in the hands than the legs. So you feel nice contraction all the way through this range of motion. Okay, so 1 set of 5. Let's rotate up. Heels heavy. Radiate the tension. Start to drive the knees up into the fist. Let the fists win as you slowly rotate the hips all the way down. External rotation. Relax. Reset. Good tension. Drive the hands into those knees. Remember, you're letting the fists win here, but you're fighting the legs up into the hands the whole way. Keeping that good tension through the whole range of motion. Relax. 3 more. Straight up. Just real quick, if you are doing it like this, is the same thing. Boom. Okay. 3 more. Straight up. Radiate some tension. Drive those fists into the knees. Keep that. So you might feel the shoulders a little bit fired up here. Keep that tension as we're rotating all the way down. You're fighting the knees up into the hands. Relax. 2 more. Good tension. Drive, drive. Keep those heels heavy. Control it down the whole way. Relax. Last one, all the way up. Okay, irradiate that tension. Drive those knees into the forearms or fists. Keep that tension. Let the fists win as you drive all the way down to your in range and relax. Okay, so we have 3 liftoffs on each side. So I'll show you first if you guys are in a butterfly. The same for both of these. The further back you are, the easier this is going to be. Further up, the harder. Okay? So you want to get to a spot where you can barely scoop and lift. So if you're doing butterfly, you're thinking knee down, foot up. You're driving the opposite foot. If you're in bear sit, same thing. Thinking down and up. So the opposite foot's driving. You're trying to scoop the foot up off the ground using these internal rotation or these adductor muscles. Okay? So we got 3 reps, 10-second hold on each. All right, so we're gonna do all on one side, all on the other. So let's find that good spot. Irradiate that tension so the hands are nice and tight. The opposite leg of what you're lifting is nice and fired up. You're rotating that knee down. Foot should barely come up and hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Relax. Okay, if you feel it in your knee at all, just hinge back a little more. Or you can also bring that leg in a little bit, but really try to just get these adductor muscles nice and fired up. 2 more. Ramp tension. Drive that knee down. Scoop the foot up and hold. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Relax. Last one on this side. Radiate that tension. Scoop, lift. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Relax. Okay, let's switch sides. So again, irradiate the tension. Drive the opposite heel. Scoop the foot up and hold. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Relax. 2 more. Good tension. Think like you're almost driving the hands away from each other. Brace the core. Scoop and lift. Hold. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Relax. Last one here. Radiate that tension through the whole body. Scoop that knee down, foot up, and hold. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Relax. Okay, abduction done. So now let's see, we're going to do everything on one side, cars, everything on the other side, cars. Okay, so I'll be here for 90-90, but then I'll probably flip to the side so y'all can see the number 4 a little better. Okay, so front leg 90, back leg can just be chilling because we're working on the front leg. All right, so if your knee is up like this, I would suggest just putting a block under it just so you can have some good tension while we're doing our isometrics. All right, so to find your in range, you're going to have the big chest. You're going to drive the chest forward until you get a nice stretch in the outside of that glute of the front leg. Okay, so that's your in range. Just kind of play around with it, see where it feels a little sticky, where it doesn't. Again, we're going to warm up with 1 light pails and rail set. And I'm going to challenge you guys to go max effort. We'll go 1 set at 15 seconds, 1 set at 10. Okay. Then we're going to do some eccentrics, lift offs, and that's going to transition us into that number 4 position. Okay. All right. So let's take a big breath in. Pails, you're driving the knee and ankle down into the ground. Think like you're slightly pushing the ground away from you. Rails, you're trying to scoop that foot up off the ground. So if I was like outside of my in range, I could actually lift this up, but you're really trying to almost scoop the foot up like this. Okay. That's rails. So give yourself a little tension. All right. So here we go. Big breath in. 20% knee and ankle nice and heavy into the ground. Breathe and just hold that tension. Again, we're just getting that rotation nice and warmed up here in the glutes. Keep that knee and ankle heavy for 10 more seconds. Again, also like you're trying to push the ground slightly away from you. 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly relax. Stay in the hinge. If you want some feedback for the ankle, take it. We're going to go rails. 3, 2, 1. Now think light on the foot. So you're trying to scoop the ankle up into that hand. The outside of this leg should be nice and heavy. And just breathe. You should really feel those inner thigh muscles that we were just working on, ideally here. Just breathe. This is just very light. Rails could literally feel like 1% max effort compared to pails. Less is more. So let's go 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly relax. Okay, so stay in the in range. We got 2 sets max effort, pails and rails. Okay, so let's take that big breath in. Trap the air in the belly. Let's start to get that knee and ankle nice and heavy. 20% max effort. 40. Whole body's pushing. 60. Harder. 80. Here we go. Max safest effort. Hold. We got 15 seconds on this first one. So the back leg's pushing. Front leg super heavy for 10 seconds. Keep driving. Feel those glutes, inner thighs. 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly relax. Ooh. Rails. 3, 2, 1. Try to scoop that ankle up into the hand and hold. Good. Keep that tension for 10 seconds. Keep trying to scoop, scoop, scoop. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly relax. Okay, see if you can hinge just a little bit deeper into your in range so you get a nice bigger stretch. Again, keep the chest nice and tall. You don't want to be like collapsing like this. You're just hinging at the hip. We got one more, 10 seconds here, and then we'll get a little active. All right, so here we go. Let's take a big breath in. Brace the core. And let's start to drive that knee and ankle once more down into the ground. 20% max effort. Double your tension. 40. Let's keep pushing harder. 60. Your whole body's pushing now. 80. Here we go. Max safest effort. Hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly relax. Rails. 3, 2, 1. Try to scoop that ankle up into the hand and hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly relax. Okay, so we're going to go 5 eccentrics, and then we're going to go 3 lift offs for 10 seconds. All right, so how eccentric, you're going to start at your in range. Okay, if you want to keep the hands on the ground, that's fine. If you feel comfortable to make it harder, take the hands off the ground as you come up. It's fine as well. Okay, so I'll do a couple with the hands and I'll take my hands off to show you guys that. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna start at your in range, you're ramping pails, 50% max effort, so knee and ankles nice and heavy. Keep that tension down into the ground and slowly pull yourself back up to out to the top, outside of your in range. Okay, so we're starting at your in range, so that's why it's the eccentric. We're lengthening, so drive that knee and ankle down, slowly pulling yourself back up to the top, keeping that tension. Okay, now I'll show you. You want to take the hands off, so you start here, knee and ankles nice and heavy. Slowly drive yourself back up to the top. Relax. 2 more. Initiate that pails contraction, knee and ankle. Take the hands off. Slowly keep that tension. Pull yourself back up to the top. 1 more. Hinge, knee and ankle. Driving 50% max effort pails. Take the hands off. Slowly pull yourself back up to the top. Okay, lift offs. So you want to get to a spot where you can scoop the leg up or the foot up about a ½ inch. Okay, so you see I'm hinged to the side here. The more out you are here, the easier it should be. If that's too intense, post that back leg up, and then that should make it pretty easy, or easier, I'll say, excuse me. Well, like I said, just get to a spot where it's very hard to keep this outside of your leg glued, and the foot should just be scooping straight up. Okay? So 3 reps, 10 seconds each. So let's radiate the tension. Think like you're scooping that leg down, foot up, and hold your active for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, control it down. 2 more like that. Good tension. Think like you're driving that foot down. Scoop up and hold. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Control it down. Last one here. Good tension. Scoop, lift, and hold. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Okay, so now we're going to get to our last base position on this side, number 4. Okay, so I'll show you from the front. It's going to look like this. So this leg is just bent. This one's at a straight or a slightly bent straight leg. Like I said, I'll do this from the side so hopefully you can see it just a little better. Okay, so again, if you do need a block or something on this, you can sit up on one. That should make it just a little bit easier to hinge. Okay, I guess I'll use this today. That's just fine. Okay, so let's find our in range. This one, you'll see we're going to go right into our max effort, pails and rails. And then we're going to do a kinetic stretch and then some lift offs, okay? Excuse me. Okay, so we're going to hinge forward, find that length through the glute hamstring. Again, keep the chest big. Should get to a spot where you can't lift straight up. So if I'm trying to lift through the hip flexors, should get nice and crampy. Okay, so let's go right to our max effort pails and rails. So let's take a big breath in, brace the core. Now the heel is driving down, and you're trying to pull the ground towards you, 20% max effort. 40, 60, 80, max safest effort, hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, slowly relax. Rails, 3, 2, 1. Now I'm trying to lift that leg straight up and hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly relax. Ooh. Okay, see if you can hinge just a little bit deeper. Feel that stretch. And we got one more. And then we'll go right to our kinetic stretch. Okay, so here we go. Next breath, let's inhale. Trap the air in the belly. And let's start to drive that ankle right down, or the heel, excuse me, right down, 20%. Like you're pulling the ground towards you. 40, 60, 80. Max effort, hold. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly relax. Rails. 3, 2, 1. Try to lift that whole leg up and hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Ooh, slowly relax. Okay, so stay in this hinge. We're going to go right to our kinetic stretch. So what you're going to do, 50% max pails, drive that leg into the ground, pull yourself up to the top. And now here, try to lift. It might lift a little bit. That's fine. Keep the tension. You're trying to lift straight up the whole time. Pull yourself down to your end range. Drive the heel down. Pull yourself back up. Try to lift the leg up. Hinge forward as you're trying to lift, 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 lift. 3 more. Heel heavy. Keep the tension. Pull yourself up to the top. Ooh. Try to lift the leg. Keep that tension as you hinge. Length all the way forward. 2 more. Drive the heel. Pull yourself back up. Let's try to lift. Hinge forward. Length through the upper body as you're trying to lift that leg up. Ooh, 1 more. Drive the heel. Pull yourself up to the top. And then let's try to lift. Hinge, hinge, hinge. Biggest one of the day. Length, length, length. Ooh, relax. Okay, 3 liftoffs, 10 seconds. And then we'll hit these straight leg hip cars before we switch to the other side. Okay, so again, the further back you are, the easier. Further up, the harder. Okay, so these, I want you to point your foot forward like this. Okay, 3 reps, 10 seconds. Try not to let the leg fall out when you're lifting. You want it to stay nice and upright where it's at. Okay, so let's initiate that tension. Breathe and lift. You're active for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Control. 2 more. Good tension. Length and lift. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Relax. Last one. Good tension, length, lift. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Relax. Whew. Okay, so we're going to go through 2. You don't have to do straight leg, but if you're feeling froggy today, try these. So we're going to be sideline. The leg we just worked is on top. So it's a regular car, but now you're going to try to keep that leg strong and straight. Okay, so this is going to help enhance that hinge pattern in that straight or bent leg. Okay, well, I'm talking about the hinge. All right, so foot flex toward the face. You might feel this car feel a little smaller, but that's fine. We're just going to go through 2. So I'm in external rotation right now. I'm slowly dragging the leg up. I'm flexing the quad as hard as I can, moving up to abduction. The foot's dropping as I internally rotate and go towards the back. And now we're going straight back, up, I see I'll start external rotation, so the foot starts to rotate towards the sky. Foot comes back towards my chest. Keep rotating all the way back to that starting position. Whew. Feel super duper deep into that hip capsule. Okay, one more here. I get bottom hand pulling, top hand punching, flex, flex, flex. And let's slowly start to drag the leg up. Whole leg starts to go back. Max that out, and we'll internally rotate. Rotate, rotate, rotate. Keep that leg nice and strong and straight. And then right back. Max out. Start the rotation. Rotate, rotate as the foot comes back towards the face. Keep rotating all the way to that starting position. Whew. One side down. Okay, take a second, get some water if you need it. Let me double check this. Perfect. Okay, so we are going to switch sides now. All right, so the side you were just working now is in the back. This side, front leg is in the front, so you might feel one side feels a little different than the other. Just fine, okay? So we're going to hinge forward, find that stretch in the outside of the glute. We'll start with our light pails and rails here. So let's take a big breath in. Brace the core, and 20% max effort, knee and ankle starts to drive down into the ground, and you're slightly pushing the ground away. So you feel a nice contraction through the glute area. Just breathe and drive. Got 10 seconds here. 5, 4, 3, 2, slowly relax. Rails, feedback if you need it. 3, 2, 1. I'll try to scoop that foot up into that hand and hold. So you're looking for a nice contraction on the inside of the thigh, deep into that groin area. You might also feel it on the outside of the glute, which is just fine. Just breathe and just keep that tension for 10 seconds. Nice and light rails here. 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly relax. Okay, so now we're going to get to our max effort pails and rails here. So first one, 15 seconds. Second one, 10. All right, so here we go. Let's take a big breath in. Brace the core. And let's start to get that knee and ankle heavy into the ground. Think like you're pushing the ground away from you slightly. 20% max effort. 40. 60. Whole body's pushing harder. 80. Here we go. Max safest effort. Hold. Got 15 seconds. So your whole body's nice and tight. Last 10. Feel that glute. Keep driving. 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly relax. Rails. 3, 2, 1. Try to scoop that foot up into the hand and hold. You're really driving heavy into the ankle. That'll help with some feedback. Keep that tension. Keep rotating. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly relax. Whew. See if you can sink a little deeper. And then we're going to go one more set, and we'll go right to our eccentrics on this side. Okay, so here we go. Big breath in. Brace the core. Let's start to drive that knee and ankle down, pushing the ground away. 20% max effort. 40, 60, harder, 80. Here we go, max safest effort, hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, slowly relax. Rails, 3, 2, 1. Try to scoop that foot straight up into the hand and hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly relax. Okay, so you're already at your in range. We'll go right to our eccentrics. Okay, so we're going to initiate 50% pails. So drive that knee and ankle nice and heavy. Again, if you want to keep the hands on the ground, if this side feels different, that's fine. And just slowly pull yourself up to the top. Because of my left leg is a bit more limited than my right when I'm sitting in 90-90, I'm going to just keep my hands here the whole time. Okay, so all the way down, drive that knee and ankle. Keep the tension, and let's slowly pull yourself back up. Good. 3 more. 50% pails down into the ground. Hold the tension. Slowly pull yourself back up. So your glute should be hella fired up right now. Driving into the ground. Pulling yourself up. 2 more. All the way down. Good tension. 50% pails. Contraction. Hold that. Slowly pull yourself up to the top. One more. Okay. Tension, drive down into the ground. Feel that glute. Use it to pull yourself up to the top. Nice. Okay. Lift off so you get to your nice hinge position. Okay. So you want to find a spot where it's about, inch max. Again, post the leg up. That'll make it easier. The more back you are here, the easier as well. Okay, so I'm pretty similar on this side. So 3, 10-second hold. All right, so let's take a big breath in. And we're trying to slide the foot away, scoop the foot up, and you're nice and active for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, control. 2 more. Good tension through the whole body. Slide, scoop, hold. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, relax. Last one. Good tension. Slide, lift, hold. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, relax. Okay, last base position of the day. So again, we're going to be in that number 4 position. So if you do need the block, you can sit up on it. I think I'm okay on this side. Okay. So to find that hinge, I'm lying. Let me sit up on it. Make it consistent. All right. So to find that hinge, big chest, or to find your in range, hinge forward. You're going to find that stretch through the hamstring glute. Hands nice and on the ground. If you need some extra blocks here, you can use those as well. Okay, so we're going right to our max effort, pails and rails here. So let's take a big breath in. Brace the core. The heel starting to get nice and heavy. Pulling the ground towards you. 20% max effort. Double it up. 40. Harder. 60. 80. Max safest effort. Hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly relax. Stay in the hinge. Rails, you're trying to lift the whole leg up. 3, 2, 1. Try to lift and hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, slowly relax. See if you can sink just a little bit deeper, even if you actually can't think about it. Couple recovery breaths. Then we got one more. We'll go right to our kinetic stretch here. So here we go. Big breath in. Brace the core. And let's start to drive that heel down. Pull the ground towards you. 20% max effort. 40. 60. Whole body's driving. 80. Max safest effort. Hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly relax. Rails. 3, 2, 1. Try to lift and hold. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly relax. Okay, these just died. Seconds. All right, hopefully y'all can still hear me. Apologies for that. Just going to talk a little extra while. We're almost done. Okay, hinge. So we're going to go right to our kinetic stretch. So from here, you're going to drive the heel down, 50% max effort, pull yourself up to the top. And now try to lift the leg up, rails, hinge forward as much as you can. 4 more, drive the heel down, pull yourself up, 50% max effort the whole time, rails, try to lift. Hinge, hinge as much as you can. Keep the chest big. 3 more. Drive the heel. Pull yourself up to the top using those glutes. Try to lift the leg up. Hinge, hinge. Last 2. Drive that heel down. Pull yourself up. Try to lift. Hinge, hinge. Last one. Drive that heel. Pull yourself up using those glutes, hammies. Now kind of lift. Hinge, hinge. Relax. Okay, lift offs. Remember, you want to point the foot forward. Taking length. The more forward, the harder. Or back, the easier. Okay, 3 reps, 10 seconds. Let's radiate that tension. Brace the core, lengthen, lift, and hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Relax. Last 2. Tension, tension, lift and hold. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Relax. Last one. Tension, tension, length and lift. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Relax. Okay, so just 2 straight leg hip bars here. And then that's a wrap. Okay, so bottom hand pulling, top hand punching. Nice and strong and straight through this whole range of motion. Starting in that external rotation. Starts to flex up. Whole legs going back. Start that internal rotation, so the toes are going down towards the ground, the foot's traveling back. Little hip extension. Baby kick back. Whole leg starts to come back up. We're going to rotate, 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 keep rotating all the way back to the starting position.
One more. Flex, flex. Keep that length and tension through that leg the whole time. Going all the way up. Rotate, rotate internally. A little kickback. Last one. Straight back. Up. Max it out. Rotate, rotate. Foot starts to come back towards the chest. Keep rotating, keep rotating. Control it down. And relax. Nice. That's a wrap. Hope y'all could hear that last part.